Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube team draft. I find myself drafting Vintage Cube alongside Tom Martella, Pro Tour champion and member of the same high school as me, actually. He graduated a year before me from Bishop O'Dowd in Oakland. And Abram, one of the fan favorites here. I like Abram, he's a good dude. Battling against Luis Salvato, the real LSV, Sandy Dog, and Timrod, one of the original DGen drafters here. This pick here, I think, is Solitude. It is the best card. It's a little rough because Sandy Dog's passing to me. But Sandy claims he's not always going to force White Weenie. We'll see about that. As much as I like fetch lands, I don't think I can justify taking Marsh Flats or Wooded Foothills over Solitude. And I just think it's by far the best card. Really, besides those three cards, there's maybe an Exhume. But I don't think anything else really competes there. I just don't think the fetch land is the next best card. And of Marsh Flats and Wooded Foothills, I guess I would take Marsh Flats. I like those colors better. But Solitude is so good. This pack's pretty weak. There's a Sylvan Library and an Ancient Tomb are the two cards I would consider taking out of this pack. Given my first pick, and given just in general, I think Ancient Tomb is better. I'm going to take Ancient Tomb. It's a good colorless card. And I took a 5-mana spell, though obviously Solitude can be 0 sometimes. So I think taking a 2-mana accelerant is good. Soul Herder is a combo with Solitude, but you just can't, in a team draft especially, take a blue-white narrow card over a strong colorless card. And I don't mind passing a Sylvan Library. There's also an Esper Sentinel, Direfleet Daredevil, Chupacabra, Dark Slick Shores. Just a bunch of very mediocre cards here. All right, well, I'm probably going to take Smuggler's Copter. I love this card. It works really well with Ancient Tomb. Turn 1 Copter is awesome. Actually works pretty well with Solitude. They both kind of lean towards the same types of decks. And Sandy passing a Smuggler's Copter might be an indication that he's not drafting White Weenie because Smuggler's Copter is great in that deck. The next best card after Smuggler's Copter is probably Treachery. I'm a little down on the Treachery, and just like any 5-mana card, as I've explained many times, I just think you can get really good action for like Smuggler's Copter for 2 to 4 mana, and Treachery, it's a good card. I'll put it in my decks, and if Smuggler's Copter wasn't here, I probably would actually take it, but I do think Copter's better, and I think Treachery is just a step behind where it used to be. It used to be one of the premium cards in the cube. I'd expect Treachery, Ballista, Proving Ground, Ophiomancer, and Kolagon's Command to get picked with a potential of Leovold if someone ends up wanting to go that direction. This pack is pretty weak. The best card in the pack is probably Hymn to Turok. I do like him. Doesn't really fit with my first 3 picks very well. A double black card after taking an Ancient Tomb and a card that wants lots of white cards is not really where I want to be. I'm probably going to take Spell Queller. I think Spell Queller is just a good card in general. It's nice with Smuggler's Copter and Solitude. Just any creature is good with Copter. It's also nice because you can like crew Copter as an instant speed if you want to. And Solitude, obviously it's a white card that pitches for Solitude, plus it fits into like a blue-white tempo deck. I think that's the pick. I don't want to lean too hard into white because there is the risk that Sandy Dog does cut me off here, but I think Hymn to Turok is a little too committal, and nothing else here is that good. There's Bonfire, Witherbloom Command, just that kind of stuff. Oh, there's a Tundra. Yeah, I'm just going to take Tundra, I think. Look, I like Underground Adventure. Initiative cards are busted. Grist is also very good. Both of these cards are really good. Not really in a position to take either. There's also a Narset, but I think Narset's a lot weaker than Tundra, and I have 2 really good white cards, and one of them is even a white-blue card. It feels like Tundra's got to be the pick here. I could see taking Undermounted Adventure, because this is kind of splashable. Is that even better? God, that's just a testament to how good Initiative is. 4 mana, 3/4, you take the Initiative. There's a lot of decks that just beats... Oh, man, that is really tough. Honestly, I don't want to pass Undermounted Adventure. I think I got to take it. It's a tough pick. Well, now I can take Jetmir's Garden, and that I think works kind of nicely with these. Honestly, even if I had taken the Tundra, like this would be a pretty unappealing pick without that. There's also Horizon Canopy, but I like Jetmir's Garden because it taps for red, so sometimes this deck from here could play a red card in it maybe. Also, it's fetchable. That's a big deal. So I'm going to take that. There's also Endurance and Augur of Autumn, but I don't really want to take those double green cards here. If Wooded Foothills wheeled, that would be amazing, though. I don't think it's going to. Even though I like fetch lands more than most people in the draft. First of all, I know Abram likes fetch lands a lot. Actually, I think we're kind of lined up there. Same with Tom. So my team is probably, I bet Abram gets the Marsh Flats and Tom gets the Wooded Foothills. But even without that, that pack wasn't strong enough for it. Whatever. I retract everything I say. Wooded Foothills came back, and I am really happy about that. Honestly, I can't even think of what people could have taken over it. But now I have the excellent fixing for this Undermounted Adventure, maybe the Solitude. TBD on the Spell Queller, but I like where we're at here. Is it time to take Soul Herder now? It's actually pretty good with Undermounted Adventure because this, when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. So this rockets you up the initiative chart. That's in case, I guess I didn't explain it before, it's a special dungeon. I don't know how to, I guess I can't really zoom. Oh, wait, here it is. Well, that can show you what the initiative is. It's a special dungeon that's broken. You advance through it. You'll see it in the games, hopefully. Yeah, that's good enough for me to take Soul Herder. I don't know. I don't think Darkslick Shores is a big deal, and none of these other cards are all that exciting. So I'll take that. Now I'm actually kind of interested in Wood Elves. I normally wouldn't be. Oh, wow, Ballista's still here, too. It's funny, and so is K-Command. I guess, and Opheomancer, I guess it's interesting. You know, I'm drafting with kind of the same pool of very motivated players who are good at Cube. Like, I'm not taking away anything from my opposition or my team, but we do have different pick values and pick orders. Well, I'm going to take the Wood Elves here. I think as much as I like Ballista and I do like Oust, Wood Elves can go get Jetmir's Guarding because this gets non-basics as well. It just gets forest types. And it's good with Soul Herder. It actually looks really good in this deck. Now I'll probably take Gargaroth, and I'll just be like green, white, blue ramp. You might not think, you might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Best card in this pack is Dig. I haven't gotten past any blue cards, but I think I'm still just going to take the Dig. I don't care about passing Arcane Proxy or Sphinx of the Steel Wind. I think Ugin's basically unplayable. Just getting to 8 mana is such a stretch. And I'm not going to play Dig, but I also don't think Graveyard Trespasser's that good. Let's just take that. So Sandy could easily be mono white, and that's fine. If Sandy's mono white, then I'll try to cut pack 2 as best I can. I still like the Solitude in this deck. I don't need that many white cards to make it good. And, oh, Horizon Canopy, that is a nice land to pick up. I like Escape to the Wilds too, but I have 2 other 5s already. And a green-white land when I'm base green-white seems pretty hard to pass up. Don't mind Survival of the Fittest getting passed up. Talisman Immunity looks good too. This deck's got some good 4s and 5s. Green-white Ramp. Oh yeah, green-white aggro Ramp. I think Summoning Trap is, well, as the name says, I don't a trap. Last pick Walking Ballista. Come on, guys. What's going on here? All right, well, I'm going to take it then if no one else wants it. I'm looking at this Windswept Teeth as the card I want to take here because I didn't open anything like Busted, but Windswept Teeth is good. And I'm just like wondering, oh, actually Windswept Teeth is probably worse than Flooded Strand. I'm also wondering if I can wheel this Heath. Well, I'm going to wheel something I want because look, Flooded Strand is white-blue base, but also can get Jetmir's Garden, so it's white-blue-green-red. And it doesn't get untapped green, but getting blue for Soul Herder and Spell Queller, because right now Soul Herder flickers Wood Elves, Underbound Adventure, and Solitude for value. And then what's going to get taken? Breeding Pool, Hallowed Fountain, Unexpectedly Absent, Giver of Runes, Windswept Teeth. So I probably won't get the Windswept Teeth back, but it's possible someone takes Scrubland, and this also lines me up to get Tireless Tracker back. Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right, well, I'm not going to pass Mox Diamond. This is a perfect Mox Diamond deck. Just having high leverage, 4 and 5 mana plays, even 3 mana plays, makes Mox Diamond perfect. And I have a lot of ways to get the card advantage back with Undermounted Adventure or Solitude or Soul Herder. Even Spellcaller kind of does. Copter gets you card quality. But passing Emrakul, passing Arresto, which I really would like, but that's okay. We'll Mox Diamond here. There's also a Lion's Eye Diamond, but we're not doing that right now. Haven't really seen any red cards, so it's possible Sandy's also playing red. Kind of thinking of just taking Oracle Moldiah here. It's pretty good to ramp into with Ancient Tomb, Mox Diamond, Talisman. This deck's looking like it can go kind of big, which is nice. There's also Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, which I don't think is an unreasonable card to take, but with double fetch land, Oracle gets pretty nasty. Like, the fetches really help you fix your draw steps, let you reshuffle if something you don't want, play extra lands, all that. I don't think Indatha Triumph's necessary because I have the Jetmir's Garden. That already kind of takes that place. I don't have any black cards anyway. The only question is, should I take Teferi to try to wheel Oracle? People are going to take Kroxa, Triome, Daze, Vraska, Scarab God. I mean, it's possible, but it's also possible Teferi could wheel. And I think it's not that likely Sandy's going to play that Teferi. Oh, wow. People just don't like these lands. There's Scalding Tarn and Prismatic Vista here. And there's also Sakura Tribelder and Elish Norn and Venser and Selfless Spirit, but I think I just take Prismatic Vista. A third fetch is pretty nice. It also fixes all 3 of my colors. Also, I basically have a free red splash now if I ever get past a good red card. Scalding Tarn's going to be gone. Yeah, I think we'll get something good back. Oh, I'm probably going to take Wasteland here. Wasteland's good with Oracle. I also have the really good start to a lands deck. We haven't seen Renin 6 yet. If I pick up a Renin 6 with 3 fetches, Horizon Canopy, Wasteland, that's perfect. Also Jetmir's Garden. I don't think this is much of a Raphelos deck. I guess Raphelos could be okay. Yeah, I mean, Raphelos wouldn't be crazy. I have a lot of actual forest lands here, and I have some 4s and 5s, but I really like Wasteland a lot. All right, I'm going to take the Wasteland. Also, I don't think anyone else can play the Raphelos from what I've seen, but maybe that's not true. There could be one other green player. Might be Salvado, so that is a risk, but Wasteland is a really good card. Spellseeker, Raphelos, Liliana, Incinerate are going to be gone. All right, now there's Expressive Iteration. Not really in the market for that. Glenalandra Archmage, I do like that one, and I have some pretty good fixing, because Vista and Flooded Strand both give me blue, so does Mox Diamond. There's Lingering Souls, but I don't have easy access to black mana. I just have the Mox Diamond as free black. Plus, I could play Swamp Prismatic Vista, but that's not that appealing. Imperial Recruiter is not bad here, though. It's not crazy to consider it. You can get power 2 or less, so I can get Ballista, Oracle Moldiah, Soul Herder, Wood Elves, Spell Queller. I can't get Solitude. Only the white Recruiter can get that. That would be a lot better. I think I'll take the Glen. I don't know. That's actually pretty close. I think Imperial Recruiter is pretty good there. There's also Arbor Elf. I don't love the mono green fixing, and I know that one can tap for other colors because it can untap like a Jetmir's Garden, but I don't know. I'm not in love with the idea. All right, there's a Tireless Tracker. Oh, and Absent is back, and so is the 2 duels, though the fetches are gone. So Giver of Runes got taken. Sandy's definitely in mono white again. Oh, Sandy. So now the question is, do I take Tireless Tracker or Breeding Pool or Hallowed Fountain? Let's see. Breeding Pool turns Wooded Foothills into a blue, and Flooded Strand already is a blue, as well as just giving me a base blue-green land for my now 3 blue cards. Also, that does open the door to Dig Through Time. And Dig Through Time looks pretty good with all these fetches. Yeah, I think I'll just take the Breeding Pool here. I like Tireless Tracker, but I have some good value creatures. I do have a lot of lands, but now that also makes Dig Through Time a playable card. Also, if Absent, Fountain, Shriekmaw, Regent, Skydiver get taken, I could get Tireless Tracker back. It's not likely, but if someone takes Murktide Regent, I think actually I could get either the Tracker or the Thieving Skydiver back. That seems plausible. Sandy's going to get a really late, unexpectedly Absent, unfortunately. Yeah, Lion's Eye Diamond's still there. Terminus isn't crazy. I don't really have a way to set it up, and I have a lot of creatures, so I guess I probably shouldn't take it, but it's not crazy. I don't like Regrowth as a card very much. I think I'm just going to take Stomping Ground. It's kind of just free, and if I get like a Renin 6, I'll be happy I did. Nothing wheeled that I wanted, but I actually might play Daze in this deck, as crazy as it sounds. I just have the lands for it, and Daze is a strong card, and I'm just passing like 4 black cards. I don't really care which ones the people around me take. Ooh, this is tough. I actually kind of want all these green-white cards. Knight of Autumn is really good, and I have Soul Herder. Venser's also really good. I'm kind of considering Knight of Autumn because I have 3 4-drops plus Walking Ballista. Also, it's another white card for Solitude. They're both very good with Soul Herder, but I think Knight of Autumn is slightly better. I'll take Incinerate. I'll probably play that one, actually. like that's a red card I don't mind playing, and I have like 5 red sources, 6 red sources without trying. Well, let's not count even Prismatic Vista. I still have 5 red sources without adding any red lands to my deck, other than the 2 that I already have. And the other thing is, you take lands this highly, you do want to pick up a couple decent like late playables that you can splash. I'm actually kind of interested in Char. I like Lingering Souls a lot. I don't want a second Talisman. Might not even play the first one. I think Tanglewire is pretty bad, but I think this deck actually could use Char nicely. Like I'm just like 4-color mid-range, but being able to like play Smuggler's Copter and then have a bunch of burn in your deck is not bad. Also, this is now 26 minus 9, so 17 playables. 5, 11. Yeah, that's plenty. So I'm not worried about that. Oh, so Tireless Tracker didn't wheel, but Hallowed Fountain did? Sure. Not really a Murktide region deck. I don't have enough spells. All right, Terminus is a card I actually would side in. See if I can beat Sandy with Terminus again. All right, so my lands are perfect for 4-color, no black. I have no good black fixing, but great fixing on all the other 4 colors. And that makes me able to just pack 3, take anything that comes by, basically. Last pick, Kroxa. What I would really like is another busted piece of acceleration. I do have 2, which is nice. And my deck's actually really nicely configured for them. But a 3rd would be really nice. No dice. What do I take here? Crater Hoof is too expensive. I'm not taking Explore. I don't need to take Volcanic Island. My mana is good enough. I don't really need to take any lands. I kind of think I just take Bribery. There's also Loran, but I have Knight of Autumn already, and that kind of does the same thing. And Bribery is a pretty strong card. It makes me want this Talisman, and I have Mox and Ancient Tomb. And I'll probably get back Loran, Riftwing, Avacyn, one of those cards. Maybe Bone Crusher. I like Bone Crusher a lot too, but I'll play a Bribery. Why not? Wow, some good black cards here. There's Shieldred and Orcish Bowmasters. Those are both great. There's also Phantasmal Image, which would be fantastic in this deck. Pretty hard for me to pass Karakas, though. This card is just busted. I don't have any legends currently. When you play against someone with a legendary card, like imagine one of my opponents takes this Shieldred, you just dunk on it with Karakas. I can't take the Bowmasters. If I had access to easy black mana, I would probably take it. I think it's a pretty messed up card, but I have just Moxtime and Prismatic Vista. I don't think... Can I take the Bowmasters? The thing is, it's not really helping to take it in the sense that, let's say Timrod's playing black, which easily could be. A little less likely given the last pick Kroxa, but let's say he's playing black. If I take Bowmasters, he'll take Shieldred. And then Abram doesn't get access to either. And if Timrod's not playing black, then Abram gets his choice of those. Yeah, I kind of think I just take Karakas here. And then if I'm lucky, I'll wheel Phantasmal Image. It feels like people do let that card wheel. All right, pretty easy Teferi here. Teferi is really just one of the good cards in the cube. Definitely. It's just such a good value play. It's very efficient. It messes up some decks really badly by cutting off instants and counterspells and whatnot, and then deals with any kind of permanent. So pretty easy to cast in this deck too. I wouldn't mind a Blade Splicer in this deck if it came around. So we'll keep an eye out. Oh, Spar's Headquarters, the perfect land. Can I Skullclamp here? I've got Wood Elves, Soul Herder, Knight of Autumn, Walking Ballista. Not the best Skullclamp deck, to be honest. I could Spar's Headquarters. Obviously, that would be fine. I could also take Wrath of God. This deck could actually play Wrath reasonably well. It's such a good value deck. Pretty disappointed to not see a Wrenn and 6 or anything like that. Wrenn and 6 specifically would be really good in this deck. I could also take Skullclamp and try to draft towards it, but I really only have like 3 or 4 things that are good with Skullclamp. I really just don't need the land is the thing. I could also just take Hero Blade Hold. No, there's like 3 white cards in the pack. Let's just take the Skullclamp. I don't think I'm that likely to play it, but I don't think my team's very likely to play it. Like, Martell and Abram are both not exactly Skullclamp gamers. Oh, I'm going to take 4th Ear Lingus. Do people not realize how good this card is? I guess I'm getting it 5th pick, pack 3, so maybe not. Whatever. This is a busted card. That's a red splash, all right. It is a red-white card. Red-white is a kind of awkward color pair in Cube, but I'm perfectly set up for this, so I am quite happy with it. Yeah, I would have taken the Spar's headquarters, except for the fact I literally have so much fixing already. I can't take either a black card, though I do like both those cards. I think Oblivion Ring is just really bad. The problem is you play it and you just open the door to getting completely blown out when they blow it up. But Nissa's a card I don't mind taking, and that's another expensive card which can do good things. All right, we're not getting a Renin 6. That's fine. This is 22, so I just need like 1 or 2 more playables. The Skull Clamp's probably not making it in, but I just hate passing Skull Clamp. And there's matchups where I bring it in, because it is good on like 4 or 5 of my creatures. How many white cards do I have for Solitude? 3, 4, 5? I can just cast Solitude and it's fine too. Alright, so I'm not getting too much new stuff. Surprisingly didn't see any 1-mana mana accelerants. I saw 1 Arbor Elf and I think 1 Llanowar Elf, and that was about it. Oh, so is Salvato not playing green? This Crater Hoof's still here, because I think I'm just going to take Archangel Avacyn. Look, as much as I like my boy Cloudskate, well, let's put 4th Eorlingus here so it looks like the curve's better. Avacyn with Caracas is absurd. And I think Avacyn is just a really good card. There's also Bone Crusher, which I really do like. Oh, that's close. I think both of those are better than Riftwing. I don't mind passing Mana Tithe. I'm going to take Avacyn. I think it's better, and this also means that Sandy just gets a Mana Tithe out of this pack, so that's not that impressive. Okay. Late Chain Lightning. Phantasmal Image didn't wheel. There's Dismember, but I kind of think Chain Lightning... It's going to be one of those two. Chain Lightning gives me another burn spell, which means that I could like dig through time and burn someone out. On the other hand, Dismember is a slightly more flexible card, and Timrod is way more likely to be able to play Dismember, so I think that that's like a good tiebreaker. Blade Splicer didn't wheel. Adonto Vanguard did, but I actually think I would play Adonto Vanguard, and I don't particularly care about missing out on Sacred Foundry, I don't think. I just think my mana's already pretty good, right? I've got 3, 4, 5 red, 6 red without... and then 1 mountain is 7 red. That is plenty of red. Also, the Adonto Vanguard means Skull Clamp is potentially back on the menu. Oh, look, the Spar's headquarters wheeled anyway. Is that even better than Taiga? It is. All right. There's also a Wrath. I mean, Wrath of God is good. But so is a Tri-Land in your colors. That seems pretty good. Okay, I mean, this is basically the deck at this point. I mean, this is... I need to cut a few cards is what I have to do. I guess this Skull Clamp... So what does it get? It gets Vanguard, Wood Elves. I guess I'll pass Hornet Queen, because... Would I play a Raging Ravine? I mean, it's a good card. And that would be my 3rd tap land, because I don't count the shock lands, obviously. Yeah, it's that or hate Hornet Queen. I don't really think Hornet Queen is that important to hate. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't care. Am I even going to play Inspiring Vantage? Like, how many lands is this? This is 13 lands. No, I'm actually at the point where I need to play all basics. Other than that, I think I'll just hate the Yogg-Will, the off chance someone plays it. Would I play Explore in this deck? I actually would. And I don't think I need Condemn with Incinerate, Dismember, Char. Yeah. All right. Let's start by not playing the Skull Clamp, I think. And maybe not playing the Char. All right, fine. I'll take the Avenger of Zendikar. If someone wanted to Echo Vions, they would have taken it. All right. I think this deck ended up pretty good. I have a busted Initiative card, and I have a busted Monarch card, so that's a good start. Let's see what my teammates drafted and finish wrapping this deck up. Alrighty, so after deck building, all I did is cut Adonto Vanguard and Skull Clamp. Ooh, here comes Luis Salvato. What is this one called? Soul Herder. Didn't think this was a Skull Clamp deck, and I think that Adonto Vanguard ended up not being quite good enough. I'll get to Salvato in a second here. Ended up playing 4 basics, no mountain. That was the last cut. I just don't think with the 2 red spells I needed it. My mana is so good. I have so many sources of every color. Almost cut Horizon Canopy for a forest, but I still think I'm doing all right. Deck ended up good with accelerant, and just good plays up the curve. See if that's good enough. Salvado's probably on mono green. We've got Abram's deck, very solid Grixis deck with a Sapphire. He got the Bowmasters, and Timrod took the Shieldred. Liliana, Gix, Urza, Chupacabra, Bonecrusher, Fable, just classic Grixis, Mind Twist, Thoughtseize, all that stuff. And then we have Martel with, I don't really know how to describe this, Show and Tell, Snuff Out, Vindicate, Grist, Through the Breach with some Eldrazi, Necromancy. Good luck, I guess. We'll see how that goes. I would like to play first. And yeah, I will keep this hand. We've got on the play, turn 2 Incinerate, turn 3 Spell Queller if I draw a blue source, and turn 4 Undermountain Adventure. So I don't mind the start. And he's got turn 1 Elf. Let's play... I guess I have to play Caracas to have Spell Queller up next turn. Incinerate the Elf. And really would like to draw a blue source here. Oh no. Play... Oh, yeah. Oh, I meant to Caracas the Rafellos. That was just incredibly foolish. I just like auto-piloted. I hope I don't completely own myself, because Spell Queller is probably not even that likely to be able to counter whatever he plays here. Okay, I just like kind of blanked. Oh wow, I did not get punished. That's ridiculous. It's just truly, truly ridiculous that I gotta apologize to Salvado here, because this is just nonsense. All right, bounce Rafellos, play Smuggler's Copter. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna play the Wasteland. It's a little awkward, but the reason I want to play the Wasteland is I am probably going to loot with Copter next turn, and I don't really need this forest. So even though he now knows Wasteland is coming, I don't think that's a big deal. Esper Sentinel, no big deal. Rafellos, all right, so he's green-white. Well, we do think Sandy Dog is mono-red, so this works out pretty nicely, I think. Land. I'm not actually going to crew the Copter, I don't think, because I want to play Undermountain Adventure and get the initiative here. Let's get an island. So many clicks. And Tom has a message. Yeah, Tom needs some cards, sure. You got to have the cards to play in the cube, so you know I don't mind lending out the cards. I think it's actually fine to attack with Spell Queller. The reason I don't want to attack with Copter is I wanted to have 2 blockers back in case, so he doesn't get to take the initiative by killing 1 blocker. Now, if he kills the Undermountain Adventure, I crew the Copter. He has to have 2 removal spells to get by me, which seems pretty difficult. So I think this game's kind of in the bag. What a ridiculous punt. We started out a little awkward, but, you know, that's okay. And his best play seems to continue to be Rafellos. So he's Bant. Nah, the Rafellos looking a little less good in this deck now when you're playing Esper Sentinel and Rafellos in Shelldock Isle, you know, all side by side. But now this is going to be really tough for him. So let's see. So I can either go to Forge and get 2+1/+1 counters, or I can go to Lost Well and scry 2. I think I'm just going to go Forge, put the counters on Spell Queller, and trade with Martel some random stuff while I'm at it. Excuse me. Look, you got to keep the trains running here. How do I want to do this? This thing has Vigilance randomly enough. All right, let's bounce that with Caracas. I think I want to get the Glen out. I don't really need to get the Soul Herder. Let me see. Let's see. So I don't have enough blue to get them both out, unfortunately. I I think of the two, Glen is more important. So I guess I'm going to hit with these two then. And just threaten lethal next turn. Play Glen. Not tapping, not even just tapping the Undermounted Adventure, and then pass with a bunch of blockers up and a Glen for a non-creature spell. And then next turn, going to lose 5 life off of Trap. Glad I took the Undermounted Adventure, especially given how good my mana ended up being anyway. Magus of the Order. All right, so he's definitely like green-white and has Crater Hoof in deck is basically what I'm thinking. Trap. It's a trap. And then I'm going to attack you with Spell Queller and Glenelendra Archmage, and that'll be that. Not much they can do here. I mean, Salvado's got... I don't even really think there's outs in the format, especially given that I have the Solitude. So that'll do it. No need to bribery here, I don't think. I mean, I guess the Undermounted Adventure should attack, but he's just going to go down. All right, green-white. Do I want Terminus? It's actually not crazy to consider Terminus. Obviously, it's kind of awkward to cast for 6 mana. Don't want Skull Clamp, I don't think. Char is another card that is certainly reasonable to put in the deck. I like all the expensive stuff, I think. I mean, maybe Dig Through Time's the most awkward. I like Ballista. I kind of like how we're built here. We're just built different. Yeah, Knight of Autumn's probably going to be fine too. Can kill Esper Sentinel that we saw. All right. I guess I'll do this until... I mean, I have some really good cards in this matchup. Like, Bribery's awesome against his deck. Any deck that matches the orders in the deck, Bribery's great. Walking Bliss is going to be solid. Archangel Avacyn and Solitude are both good in this kind of matchup. Soul Herder is also just quietly awesome if I get out like Solitude or Undermounted Adventure, even like a Wood Elves. Can do some good work. There's a fly around here. I don't like it. All right. The main thing is just going to be, do I draw Accelerants? Like Mox Diamond's probably the card I want most in my opening hand. So, all right. Explore also works. This is a turn 4 Avacyn or Bribery with a turn 3 Knight of Autumn. I could also consider cutting Wasteland. He's Shelldock, though. Probably can't. Also, my mana's so good that I don't think Wasteland is going to harm me too much. Like here, I'm going to get... I don't know, Jetmir's Garden into Island or something. Giver of Runes, sure. Because I don't want to get Spar's Headquarters because then the Vista can't get red. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, I get to explore and then wasteland that? I like that. Yeah, might as well attack. On the other hand, I don't really have that much, a red card in hand. Let's just get Spar's Headquarters. I want to be able to have a double blue start here. And... because I want to fetch blue here. Island. Explore. I'm going to wasteland. Like, I am running up against mana issues potentially. Like, I might miss a land drop, but we're taking... it basically takes away his turn too. So, even though now I didn't have a land to play this turn... it's still okay. I mean, I did draw 5-drop, 4-drop, which isn't ideal. Really hope he doesn't kill this Talisman here. If he doesn't, oh, it looks like he has no play this turn. All right, if I draw a land this turn, I'm pretty happy. Classic. Let's go Knight of Autumn. Hold on, I have to tap this. And just gain 4 life, I guess. Because I have Soul Herder, so if he plays an artifact or enchantment, I get to Knight of Autumn it. And if he doesn't, then, yeah, this is fine. All right. All right, so I have a good play even if I don't draw a land here. And Soul Herder. Flicker Knight of Autumn. Oh, he's got Giver of Runes. All right, well... let's still just Soul Herder, getting the Soul Herder in play, and then I'm going to gain 4 life more. At some point, I will need to draw a land. I mean, I explored and wastelanded, but those were the 3 land I had in my opening hand. I still haven't drawn another one. I did cut off his only source of blue, it looks like. That's nice. All right, I'll take 3. And no play. Okay, okay. Land? Oh, wow, that is a land. It's actually very much a land. Please don't kill my wood elves. All right. Let's get Jetmir's Garden. Pass the turn. No reason to attack with a Giver of Runes there. And let's see if he kills Soul Herder here. Nope. Now I Soul Herder the Wood Elves again. No, he's got something. Oh, Resto. Sure, he can make another Blade Splicer token. That I don't think matters too much. Yeah. Let's use Soul Herder's ability. It grew off his Resto also. And here I guess I'll get Breeding Pool. No reason to play it untapped. And then now he can attack me, but I can block one of the golems. Oh, he's going to oust the Soul Herder. The party has ended. This is how much? 10 damage? Yeah, sure. I guess we'll take 10. So I could Bribery here. It's probably not as good as just casting an Archangel Avacyn. So I think I'll just pass. And because then what I can do is I can Archangel Avacyn and then Bribery for Craterhoof if he's got it in deck, and that works out really nicely because this is gonna be a fine play here. Archangel Avacyn. Obviously there's things he could do to mess this up, but I like the plan. All right. Block, block, block. And then I take 4, but I get to kill one of these golems here. And because he's probably going to use Giver of Runes on the Resto is my guess. Yeah. You know, my creatures are indestructible, so I take 4 down to 8. Golem dies, and then I get to Bribery, and I imagine I'll get something good. Oh, no. Hornet Queen. Oh, I got kind of punished for letting the Hornet Queen alone. So remember, a non-angel creature you control dies. Can I kill one of my own creatures somehow? I guess I currently can't. Because I can play this. Destroy an artifact or enchantment. Because if I can flip Avacyn, then things go really nicely. I don't have enough. Oh wait, I can. Hold on. Okay, so this is good. This is what you'd call a big brain play. Let's start by attacking with Wood Elves and Night of Autumn because it's non-angel, right? All right. I'll let the geniuses in the chat figure out, or what comment section rather, because I'm not obviously not streaming this, but I just always call it chat. Figure out what I'm going to do. But look at this. Play this. Play Soul Herder. Crew this with Soul Herder. I'm at 8. I go to 5. Yeah, that should be fine. End of turn. Soul Herder, the Night of Autumn. Yes, blink it. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Destroy the Smuggler's Copter. Trigger Avacyn. Transform Avacyn. That's a play. You gotta hand it to me. That is a play. So now they can give a creature pro red, but then Avacyn's gonna blow everything else up. It doesn't blow up the Resto, I guess. And I'm at 8 still. I can block the Resto. I can't block the Hornet Queen. Oh, I got swords. Okay, that's fine. We got ourselves a game here. I'm at 9. This feels like the time to cast Bribery here. What else could we do? I don't think Underground Adventure is good. I'm at 9. I could go 6 mana. I go to 7. Nissa +1. The thing is, like, if he's got Craterhoof, no, that's just Bribery here. And I think 9. I don't think I play the land. I don't think he's got Mana Tithe. I mean, if he does, he does. Bribery. Oh man, he's got Craterhoof in his hand, potentially. I don't know if that's the case. Then I guess I lose. So if he draws a land, I lose probably. Body, Mind, Umazawa's GT, Fractured Identity, Stoneforge, Loran. Yeah, all right, well, let's get Prime Time. Let's get Raging Ravine, Caracas. Pass the turn and hope pray for no untapped land. I mean, he could not have Craterhoof in his deck, but I don't think that's very likely. And then next turn, okay, didn't do it. Fourth Eorlingus could do a lot of damage here. All right, I go to 4. I can't block. And what does he have? Oh, Deranged Hermit. Oh, man. That was the draw. I mean, I think any land probably killed me, so I guess that's better than not. But still, what do I do here? Because I could make 7 tokens. That would be lethal. Well, hold on. Let's just see. If I make 7 tokens and attack, Titan puts you to 8, block 5 tokens, go to 4. Okay, that does not do it. I can Teferi and bounce the Resto, go to 2 off the Hornet Queen, but then I have to block. What if I Teferi? I can Teferi and make the Resto. I can Teferi the Resto and make 2 tokens, block 2 of those. Primetime blocks 1. I go to -1. Oh, man. This does not give me a big enough thing. I guess I have to go Teferi the Resto, and I guess tapping Caracas is probably fine. And then hope to draw a land off of this to survive, and then hope he doesn't draw a land. Because if I drew a land, I could cast... Wait, I can cast 4th Eorlingus. Sorry, I can cast 4th Eorlingus for 3, block 4 things. No, actually, I guess I don't die by casting 4th Eorlingus, but it makes him the Monarch, which I don't love. But he also has to pay for Deranged Hermit. If Deranged Hermit dies, I'm very far from lethal. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what I do. Mox Diamond, discard Ancient Tomb, play 4th Eorlingus for 3. Unfortunately, my creatures don't have Vigilance or anything. And pass the turn with 4 blockers, and I go to 1 here. So, but now he has to decide, do I pay for Deranged Hermit? Because if he doesn't pay, he definitely has Craterhoof in hand. He could also Resto the Deranged Hermit to try to set up a win next turn. That's clearly a reasonable play. I think he's just going to let it go and hope to draw a land. Yeah, he's got Craterhoof in hand. No land, no land. No land, no land, no land. Because if he doesn't play a land here, then he's got Hornet Queen with Resto. But Nissa playing for 7 mana and then -7 it. And I have currently 3 forests in play. That'll give all my creatures +3/+3 and trample. So this would be 15 + 9, 24 points of trample. This is going to be such a close game. So 24 points of trample, and then that means he has to Resto the Hornet Queen. Yeah, he's got to do it now because of the Teferi. And so then he has to put 10 points of toughness in front of it. So that's Resto plus a bunch of tokens. But if I draw a forest, I guess I can... How much mana do I have? I guess I have enough mana to dig through time and try to draw a forest. Okay, there's a forest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I play the forest, then now they're +4/+4, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10 plus 18. So it's 28 points of trample. So he has to block with 14 toughness. 4, 8, 12, 14. He has to block with every creature he has. I can't play this. I can't pay the 2 life, so I guess I just have to play this tapped. This is an incredible game. One of the best games I've ever played. And then I just leave Caracas untapped. -7. And then now he has to block with every creature he has. And I still die if he draws a land. But, you know, what can you do, right? Because I died, a creator just attacking me for 6 with haste. Wait, you just took it? You just died? Okay. He had 14 toughness, right? 6, 10, 14. He had exactly enough to go to 0. But we take those, and oof, what a satisfying game. The Avacyn Smuggler's Copter Soul Herder Knight of Autumn play was one that I had a lot of fun doing. All right, great round 1. We're not going to top that, but we're going to keep going and see if we can take down this cube draft. Alrighty, time for round 2. Playing against the sandiest of dogs. My team is down 1-2. Not ideal. Oh, and I'm proud of Sandy. He's drafted blue-red twin. He's got a really nice blue-red twin deck. Love to see it. This is a 2-land hand with 2 cheap interactions, but then a 4-drop and a 5-drop. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this hand. If I draw a land, I feel like Dismember and Daze can buy me a little bit of time. And yeah, if I draw cheap spells, that's okay too. I don't know. This hand's kind of dicey. I would actually like this hand a lot more on the draw. But also against Splinter Twin, Dismember is like one of the best cards in my whole deck. Maybe the best. Because it's a combo stopping card that costs 1 colorless mana. They can't really ask for much more than that. I guess Teferi is also pretty good against the old twin combo. So I think he has like Kiki Twin, XR, Conscripts, Pestermite, so like an Imperial Recruiter. So it's good stuff. And I like to see Sandy broadening his range. It's good to be able to draft, not only be able to draft multiple decks, but also make it so your opponents, like me, can't exploit you like the drafts where I'm passing to Sandy and I go into mono white. All right. And I'm just hoping to draw lands, I guess. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now if I draw another land, then I have turn 3 Archmage after hard casting Daze here, if he plays something. And also Gargaroth is pretty good against blue-red if it resolves. Countering this, whatever this is. Oh yeah, we were countering Magda. No way, no how. And hoping to draw land. Not a land. I guess I'm just going to play Knight of Autumn as a 4-3. Got to get something going. These are the kinds of hands where Mox Diamond is obviously a bit rough. Ancient Tomb is a good draw now. But, yeah, I mean, Mox Diamond's still a fantastic card. And I did play 17 lands to try to make it the best possible, but yeah, still can't help it if we didn't draw a second land. I mean, drawing 1 was already good. This puts us in to a pretty good position to draw any land and just start casting these things. And literally any land, because if it's like a tap land, like the Spara's Headquarters, I just Mox Diamond it away. And if I don't, hopefully I can not draw a 4 or 5 mana spell. So that's kind of where we're at. See what Sandy's got over here. Maybe an Imperial Recruiter, maybe an Upkeep Pestermite or Exarch, who knows. What is my best draw? I guess if I could put a card on top, it'd probably be Ancient Tomb, though honestly Teferi Time Raveler is not far behind. Teferi is a very strong card, and it makes the twin combo a bit more difficult to pull off. Okay, no plays, huh? I kind of feel like I'm about to get Pestermited. Let's just play the Glen. It's a turn late. I kind of wanted to just tap out for Glen here, because if I go to attack and he... Oh, Red Blast, sure. And he mid-combat taps a land, that's pretty bad for me. It's kind of awkward to get Red Blasted, because this deck doesn't have like tons of blue cards. I have like Soul Herder, Teferi, Bribery, Dig, Glen, whatever. But it is good against Glen. Okay, I actually don't hate drawing Wood Elves, because I was getting a little nervous tapping out for Gargaroth here, and Wood Elves gets me another land while also leaves up Dismember. I guess I have the Wasteland, so I think I'm leaving up Jetmir's Garden. Feels like he's got one of the combo pieces. The cool thing about this is Wood Elves gets an untapped land, so I get to leave Dismember up even if he goes end of turn tap one of your lands. I don't have to Dismember the Exarch or Pestermite right away. Oh, bolt my thing, sure. Jetmir's Garden. Untapped. Wood Elves. Stomping Ground and pay the life. It's just 2 life, but again, it buys me a little bit of security here against a potential twin combo. Because if I only had 1 land untapped, let's say I got Spar's Headquarters tapped, I would have to dismember in response. Ooh, 4th Eorlingus. That's interesting. All right, let's go. Let's make some Eorlinguses and attack here. And then I become the Monarch, and then if you play as an instant speed creature, I just get to kill it with Dismember. And that leaves me very much in the driver's seat here. I like where we're at. It has felt like he's got an Exarch or Pestermite, one of those 2 cards. Obviously, I don't know, but it just feels very much like that's the case. So if this is an Exarch or a Pestermite, what do I do? I guess I probably kill it. Let's say he plays it and taps a Knight. I mean, I guess we'll have to see what he tries to tap here. Okay, take 5. I gain the Monarch. And pass the turn. In response to me drawing, I guess he's going to play it. Unfortunately, here I do have to kill it in response to him tapping the breeding pool. I don't really have an option. The only way I would not do that is if he untapped one of his lands to maybe play a spell, but I think I just have to do this. Because also, if he attacks, he gets the Monarch back, and I don't want that happening either, so let's draw a card. All right, now I really want to draw Teferi Time Raveler. Or I don't really have much else in the way of disruption. Do you have a haste creature to take the Monarch back? Oh, I guess I have Incinerate, but Incinerate doesn't work against Exarch. I could also draw... Oh, I'm definitely going to side in Char, that's for sure. So what else do I have that's instant speed? Imperial Recruiter, sure. That one doesn't bother me too much because he's under a lot of pressure here. Instant speed... Solitude. Oh, that's another one that I could draw. Walking Ballista is a little tougher now that the Pestermite is the one that's down. But if Sandy doesn't have a land here and he can't play the Exarch this turn, I think he's going to be in a world of trouble. So maybe he doesn't get to get that. Maybe he has to get like something else. There's also mana-wise very far away from Kiki Jiki. Main deck Red Blast is good. So you get Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Sure. And that can replay a Lightning Bolt. All right. Let's draw. Incinerate is good. Unfortunately, I don't have enough mana to play both. Oh, these always have haste and trample? That's nice. I guess I don't care much about... I'm just going to play my land and then play Gargs. I think that's fine. I don't care about Jace flipping here. I'm just going to pass. Nissa. Ooh, Nissa, any land, and I can go Nissa for +4/+4. So yeah, I have a good chance of ending the game next turn. I also have 10 points of trample plus an Incinerate out. The other thing is if I Incinerate Jace and use my whole turn doing that, it feels so much weaker. Oh, is he going to Zealous Conscripts my Gargaroth here? That's good. What does he do? Gain some life? I guess Zealous Conscripts is a card that Gargaroth plays into. But the thing is, if I just Incinerate Jace, I have 5 points of attackers and he's at 7. I'm on a clock to kill him before he twins me. And honestly, I think I can still beat Steel Gargaroth. Let's say he attacks and puts a 3/3 into play. Just attacks with the Gargaroth. He takes the Monarch back, so he draws end of turn. But he ends up with 2 3/3s and a 1/1. Which is effectively 13 life, and I have 14 damage coming in. And that's not counting me drawing any land and playing Nissa. The thing is I have to play Nissa for 7 to do that, because I need the -7. But any land gets me there. I mean, it looks like a Zealous Conscripts to me. Yeah, all right. I guess if he attacks with conscripts and Gargaroth, then I'm going to block with the Wood Elves, because otherwise I die to Lightning Bolt. So I don't really want to do that. That seems like it would be a mistake. He could gain 3 life. Oh, Fury? Exile on Kiki Jiki? Oh. Oh, never mind. I am going to die. Well, no. I'm going to die. No, I don't die. I die if he draws a mountain in his top 2 cards. This is a good play. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is I think a great play from Sandy. I mean, he doesn't have to attack the recruiter. So he attacks me for 9. He draws a card, so I just have to hope he doesn't draw a mountain. But if I fade the mountain, do I win on the backswing? I guess I do. Yeah, he doesn't have enough to stop 8 points of trample plus incinerate. All right. Take 9. I even left the Wood Elves back. I'm at 3. They become the Monarch. The Monarch doesn't help, though, because he needs to draw the mountain now to play it. All right, flip Jace, discard. If he's thinking about the discard, that's a good sign, because that means I'm not immediately dead, maybe. That's a Skydiver. It's no mountain. That's no mountain. So if he didn't draw the mountain, if he didn't draw, and there's nothing else he could play because he has 0 mana, he shrinks the Gargaroth, and then I have 6 points coming in, and it's not lethal. But I really have 9 points, and he's at 8, because he doesn't know about the Incinerate, of course. Oof. What a play. What a game. Wow, Sandy's deck is awesome. This is just a really good deck. He's also won out. He beat Abram round 1. Martel lost round 1. He's on a reverse heater here. A cooler, if you will. Yeah, if Sandy did not draw Mountain to just bolt me to the face, his only play is to Jace +1. And I guess, does it matter which one you put it on? I guess it doesn't really. Unless, and I have the days, so, okay. Yeah, he does that. And draws a card end of turn. And he has 2 cards in hand. So unless he has Force Blue card or something like that. Bribery. I don't think Bribery does anything. Because this is 6 points. He goes to 1. He blocks. He goes to 2. And I incinerate him. Yeah. And I guess I'll draw a card so that I can Bribery in case I draw a land. So let's see. Attack Sandy. Attack Sandy. Crazy games this draft. Really fun one so far. Actually, drawing a land would be nice because I can Bribery first to see more about what he's got. And does he block here? Again, doesn't matter. Take 5. I get the Monarchy back. Actually, I mean, I think Bribery might actually be good just because if I draw out a counter, if he somehow had a counter. Bribery you. So he has Mana Leak, Burst Lightning, Chandra, Memory Deluge, Splinter Twin, Volcanic, Strip Mine, Venser, Exarch, Dire Fleet, Daredevil, Jeez, just such a great deck. I guess Dire Fleet, Daredevil, Lightning Bolt is probably fine. Sure. And then that also means he doesn't have the Lightning Bolt for his turn here. Bolt you. Okay. Both Salvato and Sandy would have beaten me with a land. Sandy's deck is really good. Knight of Autumn did not look very good against him. Same with Skull Clamp, Temporary Lockdown. Adonto Vanguard might actually be okay. It's pretty good against blue-red in general. And I don't love Nissa or Gargaroth. I could also cut Dig, because then I have 4 blue. No, I guess I have 6. Red Blast is going to be good against me no matter what. I guess no real reason to do that. Man, Fury is just going to mess me up too. So Gargaroth is really bad against conscripts, but it's pretty good against everything else. I wonder if I should cut Nissa. Just expensive sorcery speed stuff. He doesn't have any artifacts or enchantments, really, that I saw. I think that's probably fine. This is going to be a tough matchup, I think. I mean, I'm up a game, so obviously I'm a favorite now because it's not like Sandy was like an 80% favorite in these games or whatever. But I do think that his deck is very good. Oh, this is a really good hand, though. This hand leads on... I mean, it leads on Smuggler's Copter. I guess this hand does need to draw a creature. All I need is a Wood Elves. Wood Elves really just ties this deck together. But I'm not going to mulligan a hand that has turn 1 Smuggler's Copter off Mox Diamond. That seems kind of silly to do. Dragon's Rage Channeler, sure. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of want to just explore on turn 1. Do I discard? Basically, do I discard Stomping Ground or Wasteland? Because I'm going to explore and play the Raging Ravine. He only has 1 non-basic in his deck, but I don't even know how good Stomping Ground is to have in play here. I guess if he strip mines, yeah, let's just discard the Wasteland, I guess. That's really close because these blue-red decks don't have, like, killing his Volcanic is pretty huge. All right, I'm going to discard Stomping Ground and hope I don't get, like, mega punished for it. My mana is really good. Like, it feels like this isn't the biggest risk in the world. Because I didn't have a creature to play, it didn't really make as much sense to me to play Smuggler's Copter on turn 1 instead of just explore. And then explore into a Raging Ravine and hopefully draw. All right, another land is fine. All right, Abram is 1-1. He beat Timrod. So the last deck I'm going to play against after this round is a white-black mid-range, which I actually like those kind of decks a decent amount. Shieldred, Graveyard Trespasser, Hymn to Turok, Inquisition, Library of Alexandria, that sort of thing. All right. This is a really interesting hand. Because on the one hand, I want to play Jetmir's Garden. On the other hand, I don't get to leave up Days if I do. I guess I just don't leave up Days this turn. Because if I don't play Jetmir's Garden this turn, I can't cast Solitude next turn, and I think Solitude is really important to have up. Not because I think I'm going to get comboed next turn, but there's a chance of it, and also Imperial Recruiter is like the only... Wow, I'm just getting straight bolted. I guess he must be missing a land drop here. Also, by the way, I drew Jetmir's Garden, so that Stomping on Discord. All right, so he kept the card. So maybe he plays Recruiter, and I guess I wish I could have dazed the Recruiter, but I feel like the Daze is going to be good this game. Or he's playing something else. Thieving Skydiver. Yikes. That is brutal. All right, well. Did get punished pretty hard for not leaving up Daze. All right, let's draw a creature. No, let's play Aspara's Headquarters. Now I can Daze if I need to by bouncing the Headquarters. Honestly, if I do that, I'll probably cycle the Headquarters. I don't really want another tap land. Yeah, God, having played the plays would have been so much better. I guess Thieving Skydiver was gonna get me there. Now he's gonna play Chandra, and I can't Daze it. Oh no, he's gonna play something else. I'm probably dazing this. Oh, yeah. Daze and then cycle the Headquarters. I need to find a creature to crew this Copter, and I can't. It's not like I can play the Solitude next turn anyway. So, wow, busted. Okay, Dismember's okay. It's only got 2 card types. I'm going to 12 here. All right, where's that Wood Elves? Where's that Wood Elves that I wanted? Land go. Ooh, worst Copter ever. I guess I've drawn a Dismember on all lands since the opening hand, so it hasn't really worked out great. I don't think I'm going to Dismember here. It's pretty rough, but yeah. I'm going to go to 9. He's already used his Lightning Bolt at least. He's got Burst Lightning. Now I draw that. I'm going to wait and try to Solitude here. If he's got a Mana Leak, I'm just completely boned. Oh, is this a Venser? I guess I'm glad I didn't cast 4th Eorlingus. Is it going to bounce Raging Ravine? Yeah, alright, let's cast Solitude then. I mean, Raging Ravine's a good bounce because I was kind of leaving up Raging Ravine. That's what I was indicating there. Let's nug the Dragon's Rage Channeler here. And then I don't care that the Ravine gets bounced. I feel like the Channeler is going to give him some card selection and is not that far away from becoming a 3/3 flyer. Thieving Skydiver can't get past Smuggler's Copter, and even if I kill Skydiver, the Venser can block the Solitude, so it's not like my Solitude's coming in unimpeded here. Okay, I mean, there are definitely hands I can beat from this position. We'll see what Sandy has, of course. Is that Chandra or something? Chandra's annoying. Oh, Splinter Twin on Venser. Okay, it's not so bad, honestly. Because Splinter Twin on Venser, that's not bad at all. Like, you could attack with Skydiver, and then I crew, and then then I block the Solitude. All right. So if I 4th Eorlingus, you could Venser bounce it. I could 4th Eorlingus for 2. I could 4th Eorlingus for 1. I'm at 9. Okay, let's walk this through. If I 4th Eorlingus for 2, he makes a copy of Venser and bounces the 4th Eorlingus. Probably. And then I attack with Solitude. He blocks with Thieving Skydiver. I go to 12. These trade off. I dismember the Venser. I go Horizon Canopy, dismember the Venser, taking 5 damage down to 7. Alternately, I crew Copter and attack, but I think that's a lot worse because then he doesn't block with Skydiver. Yeah. If I don't 4th Eorlingus, let's say I just attack with Solitude, what happens? He just gets to leave up Venser. Yeah, that doesn't sound great to me. Yeah, I gotta do it for 2 because otherwise he just bounces the token. If I do it for 1, he can just bounce the token now. He's going to bounce the spell. I think that's fine. Yeah, he's going to keep the original Venser. Luckily, that the Legend rule helps a little bit there. Horizon Canopy. And I just attack with the Solitude and offer the trade. If he doesn't take the trade, then I gain 3 life. So either way, I'm getting 3 life here. Oh, it doesn't take the trade. Okay. All right, and then now I'm going to dismember the Venser, taking 5 damage and hoping his last card's not Mana Leak. But if he had Mana Leak, I think he would have just Mana Leaked the 4th Eorlingus to keep up the Venser activation. Okay, I'm at 7. The Conscripts is gone and the Splinter Twin's gone. Obviously, there's things that I lose to here. Burst Lighting doesn't quite kill me, though. And things are going to get progressively worse for Sandy from this point onwards. Like, pretty fast. Because next turn, I'm going to go 4th Eorlingus and do something. Is this a Kiki Jiki? Okay. You can Skydiver and attack me? No. You're just going to attack and then make a Skydiver copy to block the Solitude. Okay, I'm at 5. Luckily, copying Solitude doesn't let you pay the kicker again. So if I attack, I'm at 5, I can go to 4, but then I'd go up to 7. If I 4th Eorlingus, I don't really want to give him the Monarch. So, and he's at 18, so I guess I just 4th Eorlingus for 3. Make 3 idiots. I'm going to attack with Solitude and 2 of them. And now you can copy the Skydiver to block the Solitude. I just want to gain the life, and it makes it so he can't end of turn make a copy. I think that's fine. He goes to 14. And then I'm leaving back one of them so that I can crew the Smuggler's Copter and block the Skydiver. If he wants to make a Skydiver copy in order to get Monarch through, then I at least get, ooh, nice. I at least get to kill the original Skydiver. Obviously, if he just draws Pestermite or Exarch, I just lose right here, but that's just the way it is. And I get to crew Copter here. His Copter has actually like done something this game despite never attacking or even being crewed. It's never even done it's never even joined the field of battle, but there's been a lot of turns where like it's impacted his plays. I actually think if he bricked on this draw step, I'm in pretty good shape. Yeah, I mean this play I think does make sense. If he's got removal for the Copter here, it's a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Block the OG. I do get to loot here, which is nice. Glen with no blue sources. No, we're actually going to bin the Glen, funnily enough. I'd rather just keep a cheap spell here. He becomes the Monarch. Just play land go. Land go. Oh, there's the land. And Magda, no cards in hand. He's about to draw a card, though, because he is the Monarch here. So I got to be a little careful here, because if I char, is it 14? If I char and he drew one of the dorks, then it doesn't work out. So let's see. I'm at 5. I want to not tap Horizon Canopy, so I'm probably not going to wasteland the Volcanic Island this turn, though I guess I'm going to cast Char anyway. What do I attack with? Who do I attack with? I could play Wood Elves to crew the Copter. Attack, because right now I can attack. I'm one short of winning on the spot, assuming he didn't block the token. And animating the Ravine doesn't do anything. I could also play Adonto Vanguard. Is it better to play Wood Elves, or is it better to play... Oh, I can't get an untapped source with Wood Elves. Does it matter if I go to 2? I guess I kind of don't want to go to 2. So given that, I need to leave up Char. I'm just deciding. I guess Adonto Vanguard is fine. So if I'm casting Adonto Vanguard, how many idiots am I attacking with? I kind of think I go Vanguard. See if this resolves. I'm really hoping the card he drew is not action. That'd make my life a little bit harder for sure. I do have to take the Monarchy back, though. It is crucial that we overthrow things. I think I'm going to go for the win over 2 turns here. I think I'm going to leave 2 things back, because if he doesn't have anything, it's going to be fairly easy to win with two series of attacks, so I don't need to attack with Smuggler's Copter on both nights. I think it's fine to play Smuggler's Copter, though, because I don't die to Pestermite here. Because he plays Pestermite, I char and go to 3. Oh, that was a fantastic draw, wow. All right. So now I get the Monarchy back. He's at 9. Caracas, and I just say go. And then I've got Caracas up to bounce that Kiki Jiki. And I drew Spell Queller, though. I don't actually have mana. All right, he didn't draw Pestermite. Now I don't even have to lose to Burst Lightning, necessarily. All right, what is this? Is this Pestermite? Pestermite? Spellseeker. Well, I guess I'm glad I didn't lose to Burst Lightning. All right, I'm going to bounce Kiki in response because he has no targets right now. Okay, he didn't draw Pestermite or Exarch so far, because otherwise he would have gone for the kill there. He's got 2 cards in hand. One's Kiki Jiki. Even if one isn't a land, he can go to 5 mana by attacking with Magda. Let's see what his spell is here. The bolt's already gone. We do know about Burst Lightning. Got to watch out for that one, of course. What else are we getting here? He doesn't know about the char in hand, obviously. Ooh, it's close matches. Okay, I'm glad I didn't tap Horizon Canopy. He went and got Burst Lightning. Okay, I'm going to allow an attack. So now he's got kicked Burst Lightning up. And I guess I'd rather block with a Donto Vanguard, because that gets blocked by Spellseeker, whereas the Knights don't. Land. Okay, he's got Kiki Jiki Burst Lightning in hand. Okay. He's at 9. Charm down to 5. If I want to. Let's see. What do I do here? So he plays Kiki. Let's say Caracas the Kiki. He copies Spellseeker. He can block 2 points. So he's basically at 11. And I have 11 points. Okay. I don't see a reason to do anything else. I don't think I sack Horizon Canopy here. Let's see. Next turn, I want to cast Char. No, I guess it opens the door for me drawing an untapped blue source, which I don't have very many of. But I think it would be good, because I think I need to draw one more thing. Okay. I think that ought to do it, because let's say I Crew Copter, attack with all 3. He can Crew Copter, attack with all 3. Yeah, I think I've got this. He blocks with Kiki. I can Caracas it, so it doesn't matter because these have trample. It's really important. Spellseeker blocks 2 of them, so 2 of those are gone. Oh wait, no, I am short. So if I play Spell Queller to Crew, what if I attack with 3 Knights? Is that any better? Well, he takes 6 down to 3, but he double blocks, goes to fight. Hold on, am I doing this wrong? Copter puts him to 6. No, this is enough. I just, okay. And I don't need to Caracas the Kiki now, because if it blocks the Knight, then it has trample, and I can just Caracas it after blockers. All right, I think I got this. Woo, what close games. All right, Copter, loot, discard Talisman. Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't have looted, because if I drew the basic island, no, I put 2 basic islands in the deck. Okay. So he's just gonna take it, I guess. That's also a reasonable play. Okay, and then I'm gonna char you, because I have Spell Queller up, and can counter it. He can Spellseeker for another spell. I can just Spell Queller whatever he plays. It doesn't matter. Okay, I believe we're tied now. Abrams 1-1, I'm 2-0, Tom's 0-1 and still playing, going to game 3. So sorry, we're up 3-2, and Tom is going to game 3. So got a good spot here, and let's hit our last match. If I win my match, I feel pretty good about this. If I lose, I got to hope both my teammates win. Oh, looks like Martel's winning. So going into the last round, I believe we're 4-2. Well, actually, there's no waiting. We're just right in. Soul Herder. All right, playing against Black-White. Mid-range here. I'm on the draw. This is not a matchup I really want to draw Mox Diamond in. I don't know that I'm going to go so far as to side it out, but we'll keep this hand. Against a disruptive 1-for-1 deck with like Inquisition and stuff. Yeah, it's a shame. This hand was almost Inquisition proof. This hand's still good though. Like, it's a little slow. I actually wouldn't mind drawing Mox Diamond in this hand, surprisingly enough. Wood Elves is clearly the GOAT. That's what I'm hoping to draw at all times. I'm not gonna mulligan here. Okay, any Incinerates? Could use an Incinerate here. No. I'm just gonna draw lands. All right. Any Wood Elves? Wood Elf would be good. Him not having a play would be nice here. All right, that's a start. Ballista's not bad, actually. I'm going to play that next turn. I think a Ballista for 4 to kill that Voidwalker would be good. Oh, Containment Priest, okay. It's not that good against me, but it is a 2/2. Got the Ballista and the Dig, 2 of my spells. And now the Dothy Voidwalker can cast a Dig. All right, I need to draw something this turn because I'm taking a lot of pressure here. I can't even crack Horizon Canopy because I need to play this Gargaroth. I've drawn a Ballista and 3 lands so far, and he hemmed the Ballista. Yeah, all right. He hit 2 spells in my half spell, half land hand. All right, if he's got no spell this turn and no answer to Gargaroth, he's going to Mana Tithe my Gargaroth. This is so sick. All right, whatever. Mana Tithe me, I guess. Oh, okay. He's probably going to kill it, and I'm probably dead because I drew another land. O-Ring. Dang, I can't even get it back by killing the O-Ring. Yeah, this draw was just horrendous. All right. I think my matchup here is pretty good just because I'm pretty good at trading 1-for-1. This deck's got a lot of card advantage, but obviously just I draw every land in the deck. It's not going to work out. All right, so I kind of don't want Mox Diamond, and I do want Skull Clamp, and I think I want Odonto Vanguard. I'm going to cut the Mox Diamond. And I'm going to cut Dig Through Time. He's got a lot of Graveyard Aid. He's got Graveyard Trespasser, Relic, Dothy Voidwalker. It's just not worth it. And yeah. All right. I like it. Let's play first. Okay, I'll keep this hand. This hand is a very good hand. I do need to draw a 3rd land. But if I do draw a 3rd land, then this hand is a banger. I've got turn 2 Copter, turn 3 Teferi, or Soul Herder. Well, all right. Just draw a 5-drop instead. Come on. Not like this. All right, land. All right, at least I can kill that. But land would be so sick. Another 5-drop. All right, let's just kill that now then. So I drew 5-drop, 5-drop. Those are my 2 draws. Okay. Land, but I can't cast a fairy. It's not a white or blue land. Well, that just means any land lets me Oracle here. That would be good. Ancient Tomb would have also been a sick draw last turn. Less of a sick draw now. All right, land. All right, and I guess I do play that. Okay, that's fine. So no one's the Monarch here. Sure. Land. Now I draw the Ancient Tomb. Oh my god. This is a really dumb match. All right, can I hit a Crocus? All right, I hit a Spar's Headquarters. So next turn I'm going to get to Bribery. No, he's just going to Memory Jar me. No, Massacre Worm me. Sure. All right, whatever. I hope my team wins. That was nonsense. Cool, you showed me your hand. All right, I'll update you on how it goes. All right, excellent news. Abram pulled it out. So Abram went 2-1, I went 2-1, and Tom went 1-2, giving us the draft. With Abram, take a look at his deck. What do we got? Yeah, so this is the Mox, Thoughtseize, Bowmasters, Fable, Kolaghan's Command, Kaido, Dancing Shadow, Treachery, Scarab God, Metamorph. Just a solid Grixis mid-range. A little light on the Disruption, but Thoughtseize, Remand, Bowmasters, K-Command, little Liliana action, Chupacabra. Very good against creatures. Oh, and has a Mind Twist. Yeah, Mind Twist with Mox and 3 Talisman. Totally good. And look at these lands. Xander's Lounge, Underground Sea, Spire Bluff, Lava Claw, Blackcleave, Badlands, Tar Pit, like good land selection. So that is a dub. Our team wins, and pretty happy about that. That last match was a little rough just because we came off of 2 awesome matches where we just played really cool games against both Salvado and Sandy, and then that last match we just cast no spells each game. But we won the draft, and I'm still convinced that 4th Eorlingus is a fantastic card. I actually like this green-white mid-range deck quite a bit. Splashing, or not splashing, just had a good mana, so it was just Bant mid-range. And yeah, this worked out pretty nicely. Wood Elves actually really impressed me. I kept wanting to draw it. Well, that'll do it for this draft. Get to notch up another win in the draft category here. And yeah, just come back for more. We got more drafts going up every day. I appreciate you hanging out with me and enjoying the cube, as I certainly have. And yeah, no reason to stop now. So thanks for hanging out. I will see you next time. And yeah, this is a pretty fun draft and a solid cube draft, most definitely.